Now, Sarah, you're in education.
Yes.
What do you find your experiences there? And I'm wondering out loud because Nikki's millennial.
Yes.
I haven't done the research yet, but I think when you're kids and you're younger, that it's easier. I mean, you grew up with Mary Ellen, and now both of you guys are in education. But I'm wondering if, as the higher you go, does the dynamics do they start to change? So what are you seeing right now at the stage where you are?
Right now in the education field, obviously we're predominantly women, but very few women go to administrative roles. And I'm actually currently a director of an early learning center, and that was a huge step for me to think that I was worthy enough as a woman to move up in administration, because I've been told so many times, you want to work for a male principal, you want to work for a male principal, you don't want to work for a woman, because she's labeled as X, Y, and Z. And so I didn't want to be that woman, and I didn't want to be labeled. And I think that was a huge thing holding me back. And it was actually a principal of mine. She was an African American woman, and she was very strong. And she looked at me and said, Sarah, you can't have these fears hold you back, because I see you as a leader, and I think that you relate with women and you're positive and you can influence others. And I think that you need to move into the administrative role. And that was the first time that I thought, okay, I can do this. And kind of piggybacking on my sister, we did grow up in a very education-driven family. My dad always told me there was no question I was going to college. It was, you're going to college. And so my whole life I thought, okay, this is where I'm headed towards. But like my sister said, we grew up in a very kind of open dialogue family. My parents talked about everything, and we really had we were exposed to a lot of cultures. We traveled a lot. And so I think that kind of helped to relate to others a lot better, because my parents, just because we're from a white family and we did live in a pretty privileged home, that doesn't mean you can't have empathy towards others and you can't relate to other people. And so I think that shaped our views a lot on other people. So I think I'm really thankful that my parents have exposed me to that and have exposed me to other cultures and other people, and that I'm not the best person because I've had all these privileges, that other people have things as well. And so I'm really thankful that we have grown up in this area. And I think a lot has to do with growing up in Plano.